What's going on, everybody? I'm Josh.
And I'm George.
We are your wonderful, amazing, and very good looking, if I could say about myself.
And talented
hosts. And today we're going to talk about something a little different. You know, here at Shooting the Breeze, here in Studio F14, we talk about all kinds of things. And George sent me an article today about these women who, you know, try to hire these hitmen to kill their husbands, and they end up hiring undercover cops and all this, but they want them murdered. And it's a lot. There's like so much that they're making a TV show about it.
Well, Josh, as you know, we've seen a couple of those shows before, and now we got another one to look forward to this weekend, and it's got me a little concerned, to be honest with you.
Well, I'll tell you, I pay a lot more attention how I respond to my wife.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I don't think our wives have it in them to do that, but there's nothing wrong with looking behind, around our backs and making sure they're cool and everybody's happy.
George, if your wife is going to hire a hitman on you, what would be the cause of it? What could you do to absolutely send her over the edge?
What would I do to make her do that?
Yeah.
I just can't imagine anything. Maybe cheating on her would be the worst thing in her mind that I could do.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know what else there is.
Because she tolerates a lot from you, as it is.
She tolerates a lot from me, as you well know.
Yeah.
But I can't think of anything. I don't even think. I think cheating on her, she'd just be done with me. So I don't think she would waste her time or money to get a hitman.
Yeah. Well, my wife would, if I do any more tapping on the walls, because I'm a tapper, I tap all the time. So if I continue to do that, I'm sure she could just have her breaking point.
Well, Josh, I'm thinking that your wife would probably not hire a hitman. I think she would enjoy doing it herself.
That's true.
That would cut out half the fun.
Yeah.
If she hired a hitman.
That's true.
Let's just go at him right now. Let's just take care of Josh.
Yeah.
Good old Josh.
He was
a good guy.
He was.
While he lasted.
Charming fella.
Charming. And good looking, apparently.
Yeah.
According to him.
I mean, freckles.
Yeah.
Everybody loves some freckles.
Everybody does. You put them together, and what do you get?
Josh.
Yep.
George, so, I was reading that article, and for the listeners out there, I'm not going to say names of the people involved in all this, but we, this guy, I'll just say a brief story about it. It's actually going to be on that show that you were talking about. You said they were starting a show, right?
Right.
Like on Oxygen or something like that?
On Oxygen, it's either, I think it's starting back this Saturday.
Yeah.
And it's about a guy that...
there's a bunch of them, right? It's like a series.
I think there are series and a series of hitmen. But it starts this Saturday, though.
This Saturday, I'm excited. So one of the article you sent me today, at least, that's going to be on the show sometime. But apparently this guy, I think is it in Florida?
Yes.
I think it was Florida.
Well, it seemed like...
I don't know.
We get a lot of crazy
things
in Florida.
I don't know it. So in Florida, she's an escort. And I guess he hired her as an escort, like on multiple occasions. And he kind of fell in love with her. He said they kind of fell in love. They connected and they got married.
Was the word love actually used?
Well, he said they enjoyed each other's company.
They enjoyed each other. So
granted, he was paying. He was paying for the enjoyment.
He was paying for the enjoyment. Yes.
So not only does he marry a prostitute that he has met a couple times, but he also puts her on a bank account that has over $100,000 in a savings account.
Is that crazy?
Well, I mean,
what's he thinking?
He's not thinking with... Yeah, I won't go there, but you know what I'm saying?
With
his thinking.
Brain.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. So, like he put a prostitute. Now, granted, hey, for women who are prostitute, a lot of them are good people, and they end up turning their lives around, and that's great. But there's a lot of them that don't, and that don't care. And she was one of them. She was ruthless, and she tried to kill him while she was with him after she stole $100,000 out of his bank account.
Yeah, so I guess the cops or somebody got wind of it, so they set it up.
No, she tried to hire her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
To have someone do it.
Did he turn her in?
Yeah, he said, well, I have a cousin who will do it. And she says, okay. And he went straight to the police and had a cop pose as his cousin, and then they staged a murder.
Right.
And she went to the house, actually saw the clip of her getting arrested, and she's trying to pretend that she's all sad and didn't know about it. And he's in there laughing the whole time because he's still alive.
Yeah.
So
I mean... What is wrong with people? How can you do that? This thinking is outside of how we operate. I just can't imagine doing that.
No. And now, we saw a lot about women. Now, there's men that do it too, but there's a lot of women. And I think just for being a husband, I start thinking like, oh, let's keep her on her good side.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if this is something that she... Did she have you recall she had a criminal record prior to this?
Maybe prostitution.
Well, yeah.
Other than that, I don't think she did.
Yeah.
They didn't mention it, at least.
Yeah, I bet if you dig in further, like we've seen on other shows, you might see somebody mysteriously dying here and there.
In the past?
Yeah.
It's like, how many banana peels can somebody slip on?
Yeah, like, wait a minute. Her cousin Freddie, he died 3 years ago. Never could figure it out.
He was rich, by the way.
Yeah, he had a few dollars, and all of a sudden that, she starts buying, a Corvette here and there. So, there's some kind of tie in there. But
yeah, I worked with a lady one time who she had 6 husbands die. And, we used to all joke about it. And she was different, definitely different. She had 6 husbands die, and she was engaged to a 7th guy.
Oh.
Apparently, she wasn't in prison, so I don't know. Who knows? I'm not getting involved with that. But all I can say is if you're the 7th guy and she tells you her last 6 husbands have died, I mean,
man.
What?
I can't. Yeah, and he knew about it?
Yeah.
Did he marry her?
They were engaged.
Oh my.
And she was not an attractive woman, we'll say that. So it couldn't be the looks.
Was it the money?
Could have been money. Maybe she had some money. I don't know.
But either way, there's an issue there.
Yeah.
I would not be number 7.
No.
Sir.
What you go on a date and a lady tells you her, my husband died, and the one before that died, and the one before that died. You're just like, what?
Yeah, would she actually open up like that? Would she admit that at the beginning? That for most normal people, that's going to scare everybody off.
I was scared just talking to her.
Yeah.
Let alone dating her.
You have to throw in there like, a year after you meet somebody.
Yeah.
Not the first few dates.
You're not just eating ice cream one day at the ice cream shop. And,
right.
Oh, by the way, I had 6 husbands.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
I'll tell you, years ago, I was in my mid-20s, and I met this girl. Well, actually, this girl was dating my roommate, and then they were kind of breaking up, so I called her, and I thought she was very attractive, so I said, you want to go out? She goes, really? I said, yeah. She's like, well, I kind of, dating Jim. I said, I don't think that's going to last much longer. I said, I'm a lot better for you anyway. So anyway, we ended up going out, and she was 5 years older than me, but she lied about her age. Okay, she lied that she wasn't as old as she actually.
Yeah.
She lied about her age. So as it turns out, that's not all she lied about. Later, I find out that she had been married.
Oh wow!
Not once, but twice.
Uh-huh.
And was looking for number 3. So
that could have been you.
That could have been me, and my gosh, I am so thankful today that it wasn't me, because who knows?
A few more cocktails, you might have been married.
A few more cocktails. I tell you what. No, I tell you what. I actually told her. I said, yeah, why don't we get married? That's how crazy I was back then. And then she came to her senses, I guess. No, I know what it was. I went over to her house, and we were kind of breaking up. I went over to her house and her condo, and I said, I think I am ready to get married. She goes, oh, well, I have some guy up in the bedroom. I said, okay. I said, I better leave now.
She got over you real quick.
Yeah, and I got over her real quick, too. So, anyway, that happens, though. But, yeah, you never know the kind of secrets that
does your wife know this?
She knows part of it, yeah.
Maybe she shouldn't listen to this podcast.
She probably knows more now, so...
That's funny.
I like to open myself up, Josh.
Well, you're an open book.
I don't feel like I have... I can't say that I don't... I've got some secrets, but not a whole lot.
Yeah.
Everybody's got some secrets.
I'll tell you one thing that is not a secret for us is these murder shows.
Oh.
Since we're talking about these hitmen and all that, we might as well tell them about our liking for these crime documentaries. Like all the, true crime shows that we watch. Not only that, we listen to podcasts. We watch the documentaries. We watch Dateline.
I think years ago I had more secrets, but now...
Wait, we're not on that.
I don't have the secrets that
I
once...
We're off your secrets, George.
Yeah, I know, but I just can't get that out of my head. I don't think it's good to have secrets. I think you have some kind of therapy to get your secrets out. Then
Therapy?
You feel better about it. Yeah,
Okay.
It's therapy. And so that's kind of where I'm at there.
Okay. Are you good?
Yeah, I think I'm all right.
All right.
I don't think I want any other secrets out right now.
You don't have any.
We'll let them out week by week, folks. Not all of them come out at the same time because that could be major problems.
Hey, we've let a few secrets out since we've started this journey.
Are our wives, can they listen to this?
Yeah, mine listens to every single one of them.
Okay, well, tell her not to say anything. Anyway.
Don't say nothing.
So go on, Josh.
So, we like the murder shows, right?
Yes. We love them.
We love them.
It's not like, it's a love.
And, it's a lot of people love murder.
Yes.
I mean, we're not love that someone got murdered, but, we like the investigative side of things. You know what I mean? And like the criminal mind things, how things work, serial killers and all that. And kind of intrigues us and it sucks you in,
Right. Exactly.
Do you have a favorite, well, I'm not saying favorite murder, but do you have a favorite story?
As far as a murder show?
Or they just all kind of blur together?
They kind of blur together.
I agree. We do like Dateline, though.
Yeah, we do like Dateline. I think the one that we all kind of followed in one of the top 5, it's not it is kind of a husband-wife thing, but Gypsy.
Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy Rose. That was one of my favorites. It was so weird.
So weird, but yeah, it was so entertaining. Like,
yes.
Intrigued by how you feel bad for the girl.
Yes.
Because I have a feeling she's probably a sweet girl, but she's brainwashed so much by her crazy mom. You know what I mean? And
then the crazy boyfriend.
Oh, yeah. She kind of brainwashed him too, but...
Well, yeah, they kind of brainwashed each other, but how could you be in the? How could you have your mother killed?
Yeah,
right.
I mean, you saw her health,
and you're in the same house.
She was going to die soon, anyways.
Yes.
Why have somebody killed?
Yeah.
Just stand up to her and say you're not going to do that no more.
But that was one of my favorites. We watched that for a month.
Oh man, yeah. I highly recommend that to y'all folks. That,
yes.
If you like the murder stuff, look into Gypsy Rose. That is very intriguing. And
Aren't they going to have another one?
About her?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there was some issue with the first one.
Yeah, but I thought Tristan told me they were going to have like a part 2 or something.
I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, she's in jail, right?
Yeah.
Is she in jail?
She's in jail.
Yeah, she's in jail.
She got like 10 years, I think.
Yeah.
She didn't actually commit the murder, but she was...
Was she making any money off of this?
Oh, I think that was the problem.
Is that it, the money issue?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the lady actress that played her... Because it wasn't really a documentary, though. It was more like more of a show that was reenacted. Is all the events.
Yes.
And she was a part of the production and stuff. They talked to her, but...
Folks, there are a couple of scenes that are kind of X-rated.
There's some weird. There's not only are they X-rated, there's some strange.
Yeah, our wives got through it. It was very uncomfortable for Josh and I.
Yeah.
Especially
with our wives there.
With the wives and daughters.
Your daughters.
A little uncomfortable, but we got through it.
We made it.
Woo.
We made it.
And once we got over the hump, so to speak, at that point,
literally the hump.
Literally. We were able to enjoy the show again.
Yeah.
Good murder. Good. It was a good one.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you hate to hear about anybody getting murdered.
Yeah, that's
But
horrible.
it is kind of fascinating to hear the stories of murders.
And then seeing murderers get arrested, right? Getting put away.
Right.
I mean, that's
love that.
Yeah, that's the best part about it.
Love that. Yeah.
We like it when the bad guys lose.
Yeah, and I tell you what, a lot of these shows that we've been watching, a lot of times the bad guy almost always ends up losing. I mean, we watch Dateline and 2020 and 48 Hours and a lot of these shows. I mean, it's almost always that the bad guy is found out at the end.
Yeah.
And he, commits suicide or he goes to jail or something. But crime doesn't pay, folks.
No, it doesn't pay.
Just watch these murder mysteries.
Unless you want to get paid in Roman noodles and, the prison food.
Yeah. Whatever that
Get
is.
some soup in prison. Yeah.
I was always told when I was a kid that if I ever went to jail, you just get bread and water.
Bread and water, yep. Yeah, you hear all that all the time. Yeah,
I guess that's changed now. I don't know.
It's changed, but it's still rough. But George, have you watched what's it called? Cold Justice.
No, Josh, I don't think I have.
Oh man, that's a good one.
That's
so
good.
they go around. It's about cold cases, and they go around and solve these cold cases all around the country.
Open them back up.
Yeah, and then
is it law enforcement that's opening them back up?
So it's a DA in Texas.
Retired.
She's retired.
Yeah.
And then it's a bunch of retired detectives from all over the country. And then there's a forensic specialist as well. And they go all over and they work with these sheriff's office and police departments to solve these unsolved murders. And they're good.
She was 5 years older than me.
Woohoo.
That girl I was talking
Why you
about.
going?
I just can't.
Why are you going back?
I don't know what was in my head. What was I thinking? Anyway, sorry about that, folks. I got a little distracted.
Oh, we're talking about murder.
Crazy. Plus, she was married too.
I know what it is. You're afraid you said too much.
Oh, gosh.
And your wife's going to see this.
It's going to come back at me.
Or hear this. Yeah, and she might murder you.
Sorry,
you might
honey.
be on Dateline.
You know I love you. You know I never would do anything to hurt you. This was in the past, my drunken past. Please forgive me.
He didn't mean it. I'll vouch for him.
That's right.
What if he comes up missing?
Yeah.
We might see George on Dateline.
Let me tell you, folks. If I come up missing, I know Josh will know who the suspect is.
And it won't be Josh.
It won't be Josh. It'll be a little female running around that, and I don't know how long she'll be able to keep it in, though.
Oh, yeah, she's not a good secret keeper.
No. I just can't imagine her killing me, though.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine. I don't.
As long as you don't cheat on her, I think you're safe.
I think if I don't cheat on her, which that'll never happen, because folks, I've got a wife, 3 daughters, and 2 female dogs. So, do you think I need any more companionship? Do you think I need to go out and cheat?
Wait.
What?
You forgot me.
No, I'm just talking about all these females that I have. Why would I want another female? Right?
Yeah, you don't need all.
No.
Do you really want? I couldn't imagine having more women in my life.
I'm surrounded, folks. Plus, I've got 2 granddaughters.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, there's no sons whatsoever anywhere. So
I'm close though.
You're close.
I'm close.
You're close.
If you guys don't know, we're all close family friends, and I only live about a mile away from George, so that's why I'm here all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And
every weekend.
Every weekend, and we go out to eat and we watch murder mysteries.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah. So continue on with this.
You got me totally off track.
How'd that happen?
Well, you're all over the place.
Well,
You're worried about getting murdered.
I kept going back to that. Maybe I'm thinking maybe there's a chance that could happen.
Murder.
Maybe I need to repent. No, I'm not going to repent because then she'll find out, and then I could get whacked.
I'm sure you've repented enough already.
I'm not getting whacked. Josh, have you ever
Probably.
been in a situation where you thought your life was about to end?
More than once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Not good. It's all the air in your body leaves. Well, I guess it depends the scenario too.
Right.
Sometimes I've had things happen and to the point where it's like, wow, it happened so fast you couldn't even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then other things play out. I won't get too much into it, but I got robbed at gunpoint at a bank, and someone that had shot, and you hear the pop, but nothing happened.
Right.
And it's
the bullet didn't come out?
It did, but went right by my head and hit the wall behind me.
What did you do then?
It was a long thing. I'll tell you about it off the...
This will be another segment, folks.
I don't even know if I can talk about it.
Well, I remember I was my dad was a pharmacist. He owned a drugstore, and a guy came in and shaking his hand. His hand was shaking probably because he was either nervous, highly nervous, or coming off drugs. But anyway, he was trying to rob a drugstore. He didn't want money. He wanted drugs.
Yeah.
So he's got that gun to my dad's head, and then he's got it to me, and you're thinking, all he has to do is pull that trigger, and it's over.
Yeah.
It's over, folks. And I tell you one thing, you turn into a different person. If that happens, it doesn't matter what, that he's got 5 more bullets in that gun, I'm going after him.
Yeah, it's fight or flight, right?
It is. I mean, it's like, I don't care what else, I'm going after the guy. So, just for example, when he had that gun to my dad's head and to mine, he said, pull the telephone wires out. Back in the day, there were landlines, right?
Yeah.
Pull the telephone wires out of the wall. We couldn't. They were too hard.
What was he
He
saying?
gets that gun closer to our heads. He said, pull them out. And we just went, whoop, and they came right out.
It's super straight.
Super straight. But yeah, it's you kind of freeze right there at the moment when you think this is it. Your life's about to turn.
I'll tell you real quick. I guess I can say it real quick. So yeah, I was at the bank, and I won't say where because I don't know what I can and cannot talk about. But this was several years. I was actually getting married. It was the day before my wedding. You remember this story?
I do remember it.
Day before my wedding, and I was at the bank, and we were going to be moving, so I had to close an account and do all that. So I had cash on me, and I guess the people saw me come out of the bank, and it was a busy shopping area, so I parked away from the bank. And there was a lady laying on the ground, and people are, saying that she needed help. And I go over there to help her, and as I'm going over to her, somebody grabbed my car keys out of my hand. And I turn around and look, and there's this guy with dreadlocks running. He's trying to get in my car. So
Lordy.
I had him at the door, and I'm trying to get him out.
Yeah.
And I threw him on the ground.
Did he have a gun?
No, he didn't have the gun.
Okay.
I didn't know how many people were with him. And we had went to fighting, and all of a sudden I get kicked in the ribs, and I turn around. I grabbed the guy that kicked me, and then all of a sudden that other guy came out, and he had a gun. And, he's yelling at me, and then they're saying, give me your keys, give me your money. And I knew that there were other people in the parking lot, so somebody was going to call 911.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to give my keys away or my money. Maybe I should have. I don't know. But we went to fighting some more, and all of a sudden I hear gunshot.
Oh.
And he shoots at me, and it misses my head, hits the wall, brick wall, and then they took off. I could hear sirens. And, they took off running. So
you could hear sirens. What do you mean?
The police were coming.
Oh.
So they get there, and the guy had hit me in the head, right? I was bleeding. They kicked me in the ribs. I had broken a rib.
Uh-huh.
I had that guy's teeth on the ground. I had his teeth stuck in my knuckles because I was punching him, kept punching him. And
why didn't you just walk away?
Oh, it was one of those fight or flight deals. I thought, okay, if I'm going down, I'm fighting,
Yeah.
And
what would you have gone down if you just walked away?
Maybe I was raging mad at that moment.
Here's the thing, and I always tell my kids this: if somebody comes up to you, they want your money, just give it to them.
Yeah,
it's not worth your life. Just give it to them. Whatever you got, give it to them. It's not worth it. chances are this person's on drugs, on something anyway.
Right.
So they're not thinking straight.
Yeah, no, I agree. If I give anybody advice, I'd say that. Get whatever and get the heck out of there.
Right. That's advice of the day, folks.
That's advice from Josh and George.
Yeah.
So, George.
Yeah.
That was a good story.
That was a great story.
And I didn't think I'd ever share anything like that on here, so that's good.
I thought that was, I thought they were actually two good stories.
Yeah, we had two good stories. That's what I mean. You had
Two
a good
good
story
stories
and I had
about
a good
us.
story. Yeah.
And then we had some other stories, but I like the stories about us personally because those really mean something.
They do.
And it's not easy to talk about these folks because we're talking about our life could have been gone just like that.
Yeah. Hey, there's a God and he's good.
Amen.
We are not ashamed to say that.
No, sir. We'll say it all day long.
All day, every day.
God is good.
Twice on Sundays.
Yes.
Oh. Well, George.
Oh, man.
I had a good episode.
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
So we wanted to say, if you guys love murder stuff, you're not alone. We do too.
Oh.
And, hey, if you do, give us some feedback. Find us
Yeah.
on Instagram. George, you want to do the dots or you want me to do the dots?
I'll do dots.
Shooting the breeze. You didn't do them. That's okay.
Okay.
That's Instagram. You can shoot
I
us
did do it. Right up
You
here.
got to say
you can't
it.
see me.
They can't see you.
Okay, well, you do it then.
I already said it.
We'll say it again.
Shooting the breeze.
Shoot the dot breeze.
And you can send us an Instagram on there. Well, not an Instagram. Direct message.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Give us some feedback. Also, we have a YouTube. We just posted a video. We went on a dog walk, and that was quite entertaining. George shared that he was a tennis legend over here.
Local tennis legend.
Local tennis legend. He's like 5-0 against his girls.
5-0 against a neighborhood that has 95 homes. Nobody ever beat me. Of course, there's only 4 people that ever played down there, but
right.
I beat my kids and my wife, so there you go.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
As long as you rule the household, right?
Right.
You know what's fun? You walk in somewhere like your house, and you know, without a doubt, that you're the toughest one in here. You could whip everybody in this living room if you wanted to.
Yeah, and the dogs.
And the dog.
Yeah. I've had it. I've been in some fights with the dogs too. So
My grandma owned a nursing home, and I used to go in there, and I'd tell my brother, I'd say, you know what? Feels good. I'm the fastest guy in here. I could outrun all these people. I know how Usain Bolt felt, right?
That's right. Boy, that guy was fast.
Fast.
You have a name like Bolt, and you know you're going to be fast.
You got a name like White Lightning.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
gonna
that's
be
you.
fast. That was my nickname.
Yeah. Who started that?
I came out of the womb called White Lightning. That was
Wasn't
my
a
name.
coach or anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
It could have been. I don't know.
You don't remember
I'm
that
still
far back?
quick, though. I'm still quick.
Maybe I should talk to your wife. Maybe she'll remember.
Shit, I don't think she'll know.
Well, you probably told her at one point.
Maybe I'll talk to her. You talk to her. We can talk to her.
Okay.
And, yeah. Well, let's just wrap it up. Now we're just rambling.
Yeah. We
So,
like to ramble, though.
We're ramblers.
We're good at rambling.
Good ramblers.
Yeah.
We're going to go watch some murder on Friday.
Friday night murder.
Tomorrow night. Oh, Friday.
Saturday night. No, tomorrow's Thursday.
Yeah. Well, this will be up on Thursday.
Yes.
So
oh, that's right. Okay, so we're
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
You
yeah.
got it? Yeah.
That's how that works. It's show business, folks. It's show business. Nothing's real.
It's all make believe, right?
It's all make believe, folks.
We just like making ourselves look stupid for no reason.
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Again, shooting from
Studio
3B.
3B. This is Shooting the Breeze, and I'm Josh.
And I'm George.
We are
Out.